right, so we're back at Titi's House Podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As I always say, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We are on YouTube and Spotify. Definitely check us out. For a visual, you want to go on YouTube. I don't know. We had more YouTube followers at first. Now it's like that's dwindled down some. How do you increase your YouTube following if you wanted to?
Dinero.
Oh, so we need to put some money into it?
We need an investor. So if y'all out there trying to invest into
something
Titi's
good.
House Podcast.
Okay, so that's what it is. We need to pour money into it?
Yeah, dump some money. But we're growing consistently. Just slowly, but it's still growth.
Yeah, and we're about to hit our year mark because today I got a happy birthday on Titi's House.
Mm-hmm. On Instagram?
On Instagram. Mm-hmm. So I just reposted all the videos that came up. I reposted them on the on Instagram. So anyway, so today, what did we talk about last week? Oh, green flags. I got a lot of positive comments on the green flags, too. A lot of people were saying, you always hear about the toxicity, the manipulation. You never hear about the good stuff.
That people
are doing in relationships that make them healthy relationships. And we never talk about the green flags. I'm sure we discussed a couple, but I'm sure there's a whole much more that we discussed. Because I think a green flag has to do with you and what you're experiencing in your relationship. Sure, it could be different from what we talked about, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it was like trust was one. What else was another?
Trust. I done threw all my green flags away already.
Oh, my God. I know trust was the big one. Communication was another.
Man, what was the other one?
It was a couple. I can't remember right now. Mm-hmm. Blame it on my ability. If it's not written down, I can't remember. So anyway. So today I wanted to talk about something. It came to my mind and I texted you because I didn't want to forget.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about, women, when you get married, how you take on your husband's name. And then when you get divorced, do you relinquish the rights to that name? Right? So I did a little digging and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the percentage of what we're seeing with women actually taking on their husband's names. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because this was written by Madeline Holcomb and it was updated October the 9th of 2023 and it is on CNN.com. So it's a really good article. It says new Pew survey shows how many men and women change their names when they get married. Do you know men change their names too?
To their wives' names?
To their wives' names.
Yeah, if she got more bread, I'll change my name too.
I actually had a coworker of mine that changed his name to his wife's name, and guess what? He had the same name as her brother because his first name was Steven, and so was his.
Yeah, that's funny.
So they had two Stevens with the same last name because he took it on.
So how do you separate it? Like,
I wonder, do the men hyphenate it? Because women, when I got married, I hyphenated my last name so that I didn't have to completely change it. Because I think when you think of changing your name to your future husband's name, it changes your identity.
Yeah.
Because I'm Latina, so I went from Gonzalez to Smith.
And that's the most common name.
And can I tell you, that's the most common black name that you can get. Gonzalez is First of all, Gonzalez is the most common Latino name.
Really? So you went from one
Puerto
to the
Rican, next. Right. From one Puerto Rican name to another common black
American
last
name.
Yeah, American name. And it's funny. But it takes your identity because I think that when I had Gonzalez, people would know automatically, oh, she's Latina. When I took on Smith, people didn't know what nationality I was.
Like, is she a white lady? Is she European?
Right, they don't know. Is she black? She speaks Spanish?
Yeah,
is she black mixed? I always get are you black mixed with German? Or black mixed with white?
Okay.
Mulatto, which they call mulattos. No, I'm not mulatto, I'm Latina. So, but I think when I was Gonzalez, like, automatically people knew, oh, her last name is Gonzalez. She's definitely Latina, right? Mm-hmm. I don't have to explain myself.
At all, yeah.
When I change to Smith, you have to explain. So it changes your identity as a person.
Yeah. I want to change my last name.
You do? Mm-hmm. From Smith?
Yeah, I do.
I actually like to take on De Leones.
Oh yeah, word. Yeah, I just need because who is I don't know the Smith. I don't know where the Smith name come from.
I don't think. Yeah, it might be a slave name actually.
It sounds like a slave name. So many people.
You think about through high school and middle school and how people come to your house and identify. You call your parents by their hi, Miss Gonzalez, hi, Mr. Gonzalez, and you're Gonzalez. Like your whole life up until you get married, you are this person, and then you marry someone, and you take on. Well, younger women are not taking on their husband's last name
anymore. That's funny.
Or they're hyphenating it.
Yeah.
I feel like when you have to go back, like I went back after. So that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I feel like when you've been married to somebody and you have children, you keep your last name longer. So I kept Smith until Zaul graduated from high school. Mm-hmm. When he graduated from high school, I said, okay, now it's time for me to go back to who I was prior to being Smith. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I felt like, let me get my identity back. Get my Latin heritage and culture back from, I don't think it's culturally, but it's like, it takes away from who you are. I think so anyway. But yeah, so I went back to, but I was married for 20 years.
Yeah.
So I kept the name for 20 years. Mm-hmm. A little bit over 20 years, because I was waiting for Zaul to graduate from high school. So once he graduated, I changed my name. So I think, for me, there should be a time frame on a woman being able to keep her husband's. Like if you've been married a year, I'm going to say like 5 years or less, and you don't have any kids with this man, why are you keeping his last name? Give him back his last name. Why are you taking it?
What's the benefits of keeping the last name?
Probably because you went through the Social Security system and changed it. I don't think there's any lasting benefits. If you've been married less than a year to a man and you took on his last name and then he gets remarried, his wife has to have the same last name. Nah, I'm not about to do that. When your father got married, that's why I changed my last name, because I was like, I'm not going to be Miss Smith.
Yeah.
He already got a second Miss Smith. Why would I keep his last name? Let her have it. Let me pass the torch. Ladies, pass the torch to someone else. Why are you holding that man's last name as hostage?
Hostage, yeah.
Right? Am I wrong?
Maybe that's in hopes to get back with the person, or, to maybe work it back out, or who knows.
I already told my current partner, because he was married for a year. I told him, listen, if it goes down he already know I'm a little crazy. So if it goes down the road where we're talking about marriage, and you've been married one time to this chick for less than 12 months, and she's keeping your last name, I'm going to reach out to her.
Oh, word.
And be like,
You gotta
ma'am, can I get the last name back, please?
Yeah, pass that torch this way.
Pass the torch, because you're not entitled to his name. You weren't with him long enough. Am I wrong? I want to know. I need to post that. Let's make that a poll.
What's the poll specifically? How you want to word this?
How can we word the poll? We want to know, should you be keeping a man's last name if you've only been married to him less than a year and you have no children?
Okay.
You have no kids. You have no connection. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to hold you to him but that last name. Why would you want to keep it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I think.
Yeah. All right, I'm writing the poll right now.
You writing a poll? What is the poll going to say?
Should you keep your partner's last name if you're married under 5 years? Or
I would say under a year.
Under a year, okay.
I'm going to give you a year. What do you think? Because there's a lot of marriages that get annulled and people keep their names. Why? Why are you doing that? If that man get married again or that woman gets married again, let them get their name back. I don't want to be his second wife and you only lasted a year. And if I last over a year, I should be the one carrying the name. Only me. So I told him that. I said, I'm going to call her. I'm going to reach out to her and say, ma'am, I'm about to marry so-and-so. I would like for you to relinquish his last name. Because you don't deserve the last name. Go back to your old name.
Right. How much does it cost to get your name changed?
Well, I'm going to tell you, when I changed my name, Baltimore County put me through some stuff.
See,
So basically, I had to print an ad in the paper for a month saying that I was getting divorced. Why I have to put this out there, Baltimore County? I was getting divorced and basically asking for permission to go back to my maiden name.
In the paper?
In the paper. In the newspaper.
For
and
what?
I had to pay to post this ad in there. It was like not an ad. It goes under a certain listing in the paper. I don't know what listing it was.
Were there other people's name requesting
I'm sure
this
there
too?
was at the time because I was requesting it. They were like, and we have to run it for a month. And if he doesn't contest to it, it's so that the person can see you're changing your name back to offer them the opportunity to contest to going back to your maiden name.
What can they contest and be like, no, you're mine's forever?
I was like, what? But I did it because at the time I was like, I want my name back. Like, I don't. Why do I need to carry on Smith? That's
so what happens
no
when they
longer
contest it?
married in
I'm gonna have to do some research. Like they can be like, no, that's my property.
I don't know
forever.
because I didn't, it didn't happen to me. I think your dad was out the country.
Yeah, perfect
So he
timing.
probably didn't even know. But at the same time, I don't even see him being like,
In the
oh,
paper.
yeah, like, no, she can't have her name back.
Yeah,
Like, who
that's
says that to
crazy.
somebody?
What?
So you have to run it in the paper. And I know this is true because somebody just did it in Baltimore
That you know?
that I know and went through this. I said, I did the same thing. I had to do the
Yeah.
same thing. Then I had to pay to get my name back. But you can do it. I didn't do it at the time of my divorce because you can do it through your divorce decree and not have to pay anything and ask them for your name back. But at the time, I had a small child. I was only 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want him to be going to school and they're calling me Gonzalez and calling him Smith. So I just waited and just paid whatever it was. But you can do it through your divorce too. You can put that you want your last name back. And you don't have to go through what I went through.
And they'll do it all within that same hearing.
All within that same hearing and everything saying, hey, she wants her name. They'll put it in the actual divorce filing and say that she wants her name back, and then you change your name back. So there's different ways to do it. Make sure you know what you're doing for your county or the state that you live in. Make sure that you, even before, I think women are researching before they even get married.
Yeah, to see
what it takes to change your name back in the event that the marriage doesn't work.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I think it doesn't, when I went back to Gonzalez, it really didn't change anything like in my credit report or anything because I think before I was Smith, I was Gonzalez and the same social security number, you know what I'm saying? So it does, you're changing it through the social security office back. So it's just reverting you back to who you were before.
Back to
You know
the
what I'm saying?
original you.
The original you, because it does change your identity. Like I said, you know, it's a tradition in the U.S. It's automatically assumed by the spouse, the husband, that you're going to change your name to their name. A lot of men want that traditional, you know, that tradition to keep going. They want to be able to say, okay, my wife has my name. Who wants to be in the house and you're Smith and they're Jones? Like, I don't know. Well, how would you feel if a woman said, I want to marry you, but I don't want your last name?
That's cool with me. I don't want my last name either.
That is not the point.
I already told you I want to change it anyway. We can come up with a name together to start this family and this journey together.
You can, because you can change your name legally.
Together, yeah.
You can change your name legally. I wonder what it would cost to change your name legally.
Yeah, I would do that if I was getting married. Us both pick a name together that we agree on that represents us and what we're trying to become or what we are, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's still, in the United States, it's still very traditional for a woman to change her name to her husband's name. That is still ongoing and very strong in the U.S. According to CNN.com, the article that I just read. It says most married women in opposite sex relationships, nearly 80% said they took on their husband's last name. 14% said they kept their own last name, and 5% hyphenated it, which I'm surprised that 5%, it's only 5% that hyphenated it.
So how many switched it? What was the first one?
80%.
80%. Nice.
Traditionally took on their husband's last. I think women, that's part of, the big thing about marriage. Oh, I get to take
yeah.
on his last name. I think as girls, even when you're dating, like in school and middle school, you're putting his last name, Delcey Smith or Delcey Jones or Jackson, or you know what I'm saying. You're seeing how it sounds.
You're like, yeah, that sounds all right.
That sounds all right. I might marry him. So that's a big thing for women. I think that's why it's probably still very traditional here. About 9% of women ages 50 and older said they kept their last name, in comparison with 20% of women between 18 and 49, the survey shows. So that shows that women over 50 that are getting divorced, getting married, are keeping their last name.
Yeah, their original last name.
You've been here
50 years.
50 years. Why would
already.
you change your last name? Those under the age, 20% of them kept their last name. So that's good to know. I think education, it has to do with a lot. You get your education. Like for me, working on my doctorate, I was like, I want to have my maiden name on my doctorate because I worked so hard for it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I can give to my dad and say, the first doctor in the family, Gonzalez family. You know what I'm saying? I think that has a lot to do with it too. For women, we want to be able to honor our families. They've invested so much time and effort in us that we want to be able to give that back. So, what do you think about that?
No, I think that makes sense. And that, do we need last names? What do we even need those for?
So they can track you when you don't pay your bills?
Hey, they're going to have to come find me.
What happened?
They're going to have to come find me. No, but I don't, because after school and everything, I guess in the workforce, if you work a traditional job, you use last names a little bit. But in my line of work, I don't never call nobody even by their regular name. I'm calling people by their artist name.
It's funny because in the military, they do call each other by their last name. So that's important. Like military affiliation, they call each other Gonzalez, Smith, Jackson, Jones.
And even in like the police force. And
right. They
like
use
that.
last name. Even
doctors.
Doctors, and even in Department of Corrections, so a lot of different
so there's some fields of work
agencies, that they need a last name for. I think that taking on your husband's last name shows ownership. I own you now. You got my last name. That's the only part that I feel like
it's weird.
That's why I hyphenated mine, because I wanted to feel like I was still half Gonzalez and still Smith.
I half own you now.
Now you half own me, and I can always go back to my other half whenever I want to. But no, I just feel like it shows ownership.
Yeah.
Right? It's not traditional for a man to take on a woman's name, but some men do it just because, I don't even know. Why would be a reason that a man would change his name to his wife's name?
I'm trying to be the heir to the...
to all the money? Oh my God. Because I just don't, it was weird to me when the guy said it, he was like, oh yeah, I took up my wife's last name. And I was like, where did they do that at?
Yeah, was he American?
Yes.
I've never met nobody who took on their wife's last name.
It's probably a very small percentage of men that do that. So, I don't know. But I feel like if you haven't been in it, I think that if you have children, there's an exception to you keeping your husband's last name. I don't care how long you've been married. If you have had no children and been married a year, ma'am, give him back his last name. 5 years, I think that after 5 years, like, you've developed your identity as his wife.
Yeah.
You might have things together. You've developed things together. But less than that, come on. Why are you holding his name hostage?
It says 5% of men change their last name to their wife's last name.
Wow.
And 1% hyphenated.
So they hyphenate it.
1%.
So they keep their last name and does it say why they would?
No.
Why they would do that? Oh my gosh. I wonder, what about in same-sex marriages? Who decides whose name they take on, or do they keep their own names?
We're going to have to ask our followers.
I'm curious. Yeah, see, this says having children can complicate things. I think so too. It complicates things. You might as well keep their last name until the kids graduate from high school.
Yeah.
If you want to, because I don't want to be. My mom was Gonzalez. I mean, we were Gonzalez, and she was Martinez.
Martinez, okay.
But all my friends called her Miss Gonzalez. Well, she wasn't Miss Gonzalez.
Yeah,
She was Miss Martinez, and then she was Miss Rodriguez.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but my friends were like, Miss Gonzalez. She was like, I'm not Gonzalez anymore.
Yeah.
For a long time, she would just be like, I am not Gonzalez. But I ain't going to tell these kids that because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like, how do you... Same-sex partners, like, how do you... Because if it's no man in the relationship, in a both male relationship, how do you decide?
I mean...
I'm curious.
I don't know. We're going to have to revisit and do some research to figure that out.
He said, we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Oh, my God.
Or even in the women, when it's two feminine women, because, you know, there's relationships with two feminine women.
Yeah, two feminine women. Like, who... Do you just hyphenate it? And she hyphenates hers with your last name, and you hyphenate yours with her last name? I'm curious. I'm going to have to Google that.
Yeah,
and see who is doing what. Are you combining your surnames?
Oh, like half and half?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Dang. I don't know. I know that it's administratively, when you change your name back, it's when you've been married to somebody for 20 years and you're trying to build your identity back. Even for me, like calling places, and I'm like, in some places I was Smith for a long time, and I was like, I changed my name already.
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, I see, it's Gonzalez. You know, I had to show them legal paperwork.
That's a hassle.
Administratively, that's a hassle. You gotta go and fax this paperwork. Insurance company wants to fax this paperwork so that you can get a new identification card, new, social security card. You gotta get everything.
New IDs, driver's
new
license,
IDs, everything.
Right.
I actually have one driver's license that says Smith and one that says Gonzalez.
Yeah, so you use the Smith one when you get pulled over, right? It's like, I ain't never get that
No,
ticket.
I use Gonzalez, but I'm like, I use Smith because on some stuff I'm still Smith. And it has this address and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use Smith when I need to. And then Gonzalez. When I go to the doctors, I use Smith because I haven't changed my stuff on my insurance.
Yeah.
On my job, I'm still Smith. Like, I haven't changed it to Gonzalez. Like, there's still loose ends. Yeah. And this is years later, y'all. Ends. Tying up loose ends. This is from 2019. I changed my name. It's about to be 2024, and I am still trying to establish my identity again.
The new you.
The new me. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but it's just the way it is, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I see that, a lot of women that haven't been married for a very long time, they get the marriage annulled and they keep the man's last name.
Yeah.
I don't think that you should, because that shows, to me, it's like when a man gives you his last name, is because you are, I don't want to say he owns you, but he identifies you as his mate, his spouse, his partner. And if you're no longer that, why do you feel like you can identify with their last name? I don't like that, y'all. Give them men and women back their last names. You do not need to be carrying it on if you
If you ain't working for that company no more.
And then don't not take your husband's name because you don't like the last name. A lot of women do that too. They're like, I don't want to take on his last name because I don't like it.
Yeah.
Their last name Roach. Who want to be walking around being a roach?
Yeah, be a roach.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of last names out here.
That's trash.
That people do not want to take on. Roach is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't want that last name.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, y'all. No offense to anybody out there. I do not want to be a roach. Me either. So, so let me see. In different persons were despite more individual. Okay. All right. So, wanted to talk about that. Also want to talk about jealousy in relationships. Because, who you think is more jealous, women or men?
I'm not a jealous man, but I think it's men. I think men are more jealous.
Are more jealous than women?
I'm not jealous at all, but I've seen it just seemed like, I don't know, it might be 50-50 now that I'm thinking about it. It might be tied.
You think so? Women and men?
They both jealous.
Well, the reason I want to talk about this, because I seen something on Instagram where the wife and the husband go to the strip club together. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
So they go to the strip club together, and the wife gets mad and starts fighting.
See, look.
Because he's throwing money at the strippers.
That's what we here to do.
You're at the strip club, ma'am. What did you think he was going to do?
Man, sit here and
Ain't you supposed to make it rain?
Yeah. Was she
Did you
trying to
not
grab
have
the
this?
money?
But my thing is this: as two grown adults, did y'all not have the conversation? Did you tell him before you leave the house, like, you ain't gonna be in here throwing no
all
money?
this money, yeah.
That's our rent money.
Yeah. Now, if they had that convo and he was like, she needs this, she deserves this money.
Because I'm like, do you not have the conversation before you leave the house to say, all right, we getting ready to go. I'm agreeing to go to the strip club with you, but you better not be in here throwing no money.
Yeah, you bet. You got a $50 limit, and he in there throwing $100 bills.
Have you had that conversation and y'all get in the strip club and he's throwing money? It's gonna be a problem. I could see why she was in there trying to fight the strippers and fight him too. A brawl broke out.
That's crazy.
Because he was throwing money at the strippers. You seen it?
No, I gotta see that video.
Oh yeah, look it up. Google it. You'll find it. Because what the heck?
Yeah, she ain't going with me to the strip club no more.
That's crazy. I've been to the strip club with a guy that I dated, and he didn't really he never threw money at the strippers. He would go in there to drink. It's like, I ain't giving them my money for what? I need my money. You know, some guys go in the strip club and they don't.
Just to eat and drink.
Just to eat and drink. They ain't going in there to spend no money. And the girls know that. You see them in there more than once or twice. Regulars up in there.
Like,
you know that they ain't spending no money.
Uh-huh.
So you ain't even going to come over there. But this gentleman, him and his wife, that's why a lot of men don't take their wives. Ma'am, you're ruining it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Because this is a conversation you need to have. Where's the communication?
For real though.
You need to talk about it. We're going to go to the strip club. I want to make sure that you know that this is our mortgage money and we ain't about to spend nothing. Or give them a limit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And maybe
because women throw money at the strip club. When I went to the strip club, I was throwing my money up there.
Yeah, so, for sure. So I'm pretty sure he probably went over the limit. He
went over the limit. You think that's what it was?
Yeah,
I'm going to have to Google it and find out why. And then another woman, this is another woman incident too. So I think women are probably more jealous than, I think it's women. Florida woman pokes her boyfriend's eyes out with rabies needles.
With what? Rabies?
Rabies needles. I guess it was injected with rabies.
Where did she get rabies needles
I have no idea. For looking at other women.
That's crazy. He's supposed to keep.
These are two incidents involving women being jealous.
Yeah. I
think men are jealous, but it comes out in control.
Yeah, and that's
women are jealous and we react to it.
Craziness.
Yeah, it's craziness. We gonna do some crazy stuff. Like we might slap you a couple times, or you know what I'm saying?
Poke your eyes out.
Out with a needle.
That sound like it hurt.
Because they said that it's that jealousy can lead. That is defined as fear and rage response that preserves romantic bonds between sexual partners. Its function, it is believed, it is to curb infidelity between partners.
What, jealousy?
So being jealous, like showing jealousy, is to curb somebody from cheating. I guess
it's like it's gonna get worse.
It'll only be worse.
If
right?
You don't like this, just imagine what's gonna happen.
I don't know,
But that's why I said men are more jealous, because I don't know, maybe we gotta do the research, but I'm pretty sure men cheat more than women, and they still cheat and even seeing the little jealousy. Like I would imagine.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I have to see.
Yeah, who cheats more?
I wonder if there's
There's probably no way to really know, because they say women never get caught. There's no way to tell who cheats
you don't think
more.
so? I think they get caught. I think we're smarter at
Yeah.
cheating than men are. I hate to say that because I think men tell on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Women will come in. I could be out on a date and come in here and be like nothing there. I wasn't even on the date. Hey, babe, you want something to eat? Let me fix you something to eat.
Grimy.
You want me to run your bath water? You want me to wash your hair? Like, we gonna come in here. Women are going to come in and do the same thing we've been doing.
Yeah, never
We're
acting.
not going to change. What happens
Men
with a
start acting
man,
funny, yeah.
men start acting funny. Why is that?
Because we probably cheating because we don't want to be there anyway. So it's like, if I get caught, it don't
It
even
don't matter. But then why lie about it though? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you're out here, you're with me, right? And I think that you're with me. Like, I think that we're in a relationship, but you out here cheating on me with other women, and I don't know it, but I question you about it. That's your opportunity to tell the truth, right? And say, well, you know what? Especially if you don't want to be there. When a woman starts suspecting stuff and coming to you and saying, hey, I suspect you're doing this. What are you doing? Are you out here cheating? Is there other women? Women are checking your phone. And now they're starting to look at you sideways because you're moving funny.
Yeah, moving funny.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what is the telltale sign.
Exactly. That's the telltale sign. So they're moving funny because men start to move funny. Some women do too. I ain't going to say they don't. But you start to move funny, so a woman starts to question you. If a man doesn't really want to be there and a woman is questioning you, why not just tell the truth in that moment?
Yeah.
Why hide it?
I never understand that.
Do you think that if you're with a woman, just you as a man, I'm asking you as a man, if you were with a woman that you really didn't want to be with and you're out here cheating on her, and she comes sincerely and says, hey, listen, if you out here cheating, just let me go.
Yeah.
And you go do what you're doing. And then, you know, if you decide you want to come back here, if the opportunity is available, it's available. And if it's not, I've moved on, then there's no opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you think you would be able to be honest?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that guilt on my conscience, and I'm not trying to get poked with no rabies needles. So I'm going to just tell her.
You just gonna tell her the truch.
I ain't trying to get no rabies needles.
But I've never understood, like, you're given the opportunity to tell the truth. Why not just tell the truth in that moment? To me, the only reason that you wouldn't tell the truth is because you're trying to hold on to this woman over here. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And you don't want her to go. You know what I'm saying? Could it be that?
Yeah.
That's
People
something to
don't know
think
how to
about.
express their desires, because maybe even him cheating is just some time, once in a blue moon thing, you know. But he really wants to be with you. They don't know how to express their desires, because he could come to her and be like, hey, I want to deal with another woman, and she might be like, me too. She'd be like, me too, bring her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
people just don't know how to express what's really going on inside their mind and their soul, I think. Their desires, their wants, their
needs.
sexual.
Yeah, because there's
kinks.
some men that'll come out and ask you, like, do you want to have a threesome?
Yeah,
and
see,
if I
exactly.
don't want to do it, I'm going to tell you no. I don't want to have a threesome. And then you can take your little threesome ass out of here and go out there and have a threesome with somebody new. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not interested in that. But there's some women that will allow you to bring someone else into the bedroom. It just depends on who you're dealing with, but you don't know until you ask.
Until you ask, yep.
But for you to be out here cheating, I think for men, they have sexual fantasies.
Yeah.
I don't think women have sexual fantasies.
No, I think it goes both ways.
You think so?
I've asked women what their sexual fantasies are.
Really?
Yeah,
And what they say? Because I just don't. They had them?
Yeah, it be some crazy
Wow,
stuff.
I'm amazed because I'm thinking women don't have sexual fantasies. Do we fantasize about sex?
Yeah.
Wow.
From the answers that I've received.
Wow. Okay. Well, see, for me, I just thought that men have a sexual fantasies about.
Yeah, I think men have it more than women.
More than women. Yeah, definitely. So I think that they try to act on their sexual fantasies. I think that they may have a wife at home that's a good wife. She's loving, she's caring, she's nurturing to their children. To him too, she caters to him. But if you have the chance, if somebody shows you a little bit of attention, y'all are going to take it.
That's crazy.
Normally women won't. women will fight the. Don't get me wrong. A woman can be miserable in her marriage, and somebody approach her, and she might have to fight off the urge to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I think women weigh the consequences of everything. Men, y'all don't weigh consequences. Some men might. I'm not going to say all men. I'm going to say some men may. Some men may not. Some women may. I'm just giving you my perspective. But I think that you guys are impulsive, and you will react to that little bit of attention that you're getting from somebody.
This is true.
Especially if there's something lacking at home. If you're not getting sex at home really regularly. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is not showing you attention. She's not catering to you. I think that's when men get attention from someone else and they run with it because they're like, oh, I still got it. Let me go out here and mess with Shorty because Shorty's doing what my wife ain't doing. I just watched a movie about it. It was called The Affair on my favorite channel, y'all, Tubi.
Tubi.
So I was like, is this a Tubi movie? Because I was like, hell yeah, I love Tubi. But it was called The Affair. And that's what happened. The husband was working hard. Him and his wife worked 2 different shifts. He was trying to engage with her and show her attention, but she was traveling and doing stuff, so he wasn't getting attention at home. Yeah. And the opportunity arose where somebody else came in and was showing him attention, made him some coffee, showed him a little bit of attention, and guess what? He cheated.
Yep, how easy. Coffee took him out.
All she had to do took him out with coffee. The wife ended up killing the girl.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She like, only I make coffee around here.
Exactly. And it's so funny because she woke up that morning after she found out he was cheating. She said, can I make you some coffee? He ain't even get it.
Really? Oh, word?
But she killed the girl, and the husband helped her clean up the mess. Because guess what? It's your damn mess. You created this mess. You out here cheating. Mm-hmm. The wife following you. She know you're acting different. You're moving different. You're being shady. You're spending time somewhere. Like, come on, women, instinctively we know what's going on because y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid. I'm serious. It's crazy. I don't know. But I really do think that you say men are more jealous. I think that there's more emotional jealousy is women. Mm-hmm. We are emotionally jealous where men are more sexually jealous. Mm-hmm. I think that if a man finds out that his girl slept with somebody else, it's going to
drive him crazy.
It's going to drive him crazy to know that his girlfriend was sleeping with another man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For us women, we are emotionally jealous.
Just him even liking some pictures.
Just liking some pictures. Oh my God, you liked her pictures. You liked her pictures 20 times. Mm-hmm. Every time she posts something, you like it. We're paying attention to that kind of stuff. So that's emotionally jealous. That's a woman. I'm going to say 99.9999% women are emotionally jealous. I don't think men are emotionally jealous. Mm-hmm. Men are sexually jealous. Mm-hmm. They are going to be jealous if they find out. I think if a man finds out that you slept with somebody else, he's going to break up with you. He's not going to forgive you. Yeah. He's going to let you go. Oh, you cheated on me with somebody else. You had sex with that person. That to them, it's like heartbreaking, unforgivable behavior. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I've never known that I was cheated on if I was. So I can't imagine or even say how it feels to be in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Men do not know how to react to that type of cheating. Mm-hmm. It could have been a one night stand, never seen that guy ever again. He ain't going to forgive you. Ladies, before you get out there and cheat, just know your man ain't going to forgive you if you cheat one time.
But do you think women are cheating with one night stands? That's more a man thing.
Women are having one night stands too.
I think women are becoming involved with whoever they're cheating more than a man would.
I think that the potential, if it's a one night stand and you are in a okay relationship, like there's no problems in your relationship, you might have went to a different country. Mm-hmm. Say Dominican Republic, Jamaica.
Get your groove
Stella
back.
got her groove back in Jamaica. So you could go to Jamaica and get your groove back. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just using it as an example. If you go to Jamaica and you are turned on by this, because women can be turned on too, and you see this handsome chocolate dude and he's the bartender and he ain't got a shirt on, and you might just be like, oh my God, he's so fine. You with a whole bunch of girls, you might have a one night stand and come back home and not even think about it ever again. It's like it never happened, because you ain't gonna contact that man. You ain't gonna establish a relationship with that man. You gonna one night stand, I'm going back to my husband. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You could go to Vegas and it happen. But I think men, they bring that stuff back with them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Women like, don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit that again.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, that was good. I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep cheating.
And that's how they get caught?
That's how they get caught. Women, we know how to cut it. I think women are having one night stands. Even single, I think single women are having.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
One night
I was
stands.
just saying
Are you saying married women as far as cheating?
Cheating wise, I would think they become involved.
That a wife, I think potentially, if she's not, I think that if something's lacking in the marriage at home and you go off on a business trip, it could potentially happen. Your old boo might be in that city and you might be like, yo, I'm in your city. You might sleep with him one time, block him and not talk to him again. Because that's the stuff women do. Yeah. Women, when we cheat, we gonna block you. You ain't gonna have no access. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna block you from Instagram, from Facebook, from the telephone. We're not gonna talk to you no more. Because I think that we want to cut it all off so that it doesn't resurface. Because we know it's going to devastate the person that we're with. It's not no man. Men are not forgiving people when it comes to cheating. We forgive, women forgive, but men don't forgive.
Why is that? Why do women forgive and men don't?
I think women, we forgive because we love you. And I think that we feel, if you're a woman with children or if you've been in the relationship for a long time, you feel like you've invested so much. I think for a man, they feel like it's embarrassing, it's degrading for them, and it messes with their machismo. You know what I'm saying? They're egotistical. Their ego is bruised. Yeah. I can't forgive you.
They're gonna think about it every time you get intimate. It's gonna run through their mind. It's gonna
run through their mind. I think it does with women too, but I think that we know how to control it.
Yeah, man ain't gonna be able to perform or nothing. He's just going.
No, cause he gonna be like, yeah, when you was in Las Vegas, you was with Jason, and Jason was with Jason, and you know that happened, and I can't forgive you for that. You know, it's crazy, but you have to think about, you know, I think that, like I said, men are just not as forgiving as women are.
Yeah, 100%.
We feel like we got a lot to lose. What we've invested, our families, our children, like things like that. Men don't care about that when it comes to. I'm not saying men can't forgive. It's less likely that you cheat on a man, and he's gonna forgive you. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of been in that situation before where, you know, I ain't cheat, but maybe I did cheat, but. You know, you tell a man that it sticks with them. It stuck with him for forever.
Eat a soul alive.
But it was okay when we was, you know, having issues for you to go out and cheat. But once I go out and cheat, it's a problem. Why is it a problem? You did it. You want me to forget? I forgave you. Yeah. Sometimes women do it tit for tat. We gonna get you back. And when we get you back, we gonna bruise you harder.
It's gonna be worse. Yeah, you gonna know this person.
Man, it's gonna be your brother. No, I'm just kidding.
It's gonna be your cousin. Your father.
It's gonna be Marcus. We gonna call Marcus up and be like, Marcus, we mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back. So I don't know, but I just think that women, like I said, it's emotional jealousy for us. Like, I don't know why though. We could see a beautiful woman. I've been places now, I'm going to tell you, I've been places where I kind of, you know how you just kind of be looking at somebody, a man will be with a woman, and the woman will be looking straight at him to see if he's looking at you. And you're looking at him and he's looking at you and she's looking at him. Have you ever, oh my God, I've seen that happen.
Oh yeah, I've gotten smacked in the head before.
Oh, you have? Yeah. Like, what you looking at? Yeah. Can I tell you that I'm that person too? Yeah. I'll look. I had a guy tell me that I had a wandering eye, and I was like, why do I have a wandering eye? I'm looking at the door to make sure nobody comes hit you upside the head. Protecting our surroundings. I've been observant. You know what I'm saying? But he told me, like, you have a wandering eye. I do not. I'm looking at the door. I'm looking. Because his back was to the door. You should be sitting right here. Yeah. But it was actually that a guy I knew walked in, and I was like, "Oh shit, is he gonna recognize me?"
You put my hood on.
Oh my god! I was like trying to turn. I looked at him first, and I was like, and he caught me looking. Like he was always looking to see what I was looking at, and I was like, "Why are you checking where I'm looking at? You wouldn't think I had a wandering eye if you was not checking to see what I'm looking at." And my girlfriends say I'm always looking. Like I'm always like looking to see.
No, that's just me too though. I'm always just peeping what's going on around me. But I be paranoid though. So I'm always
that's
just
what
like
it is,
seeing what's
paranoia?
going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's just I'm being observant of my surroundings.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
same thing,
saying?
yeah.
And just making sure that nothing's gonna
Crazy
pop off.
going on. It's
And
a
if I
crazy
feel like
world.
something doesn't feel right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, me too.
If somebody's acting weird, I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
we out.
I'm gone. Let's go. If you want to stay, you stay. I'm leaving. But I don't think it's like, but he used to always tell me a wandering eye. Yeah, if you got smacked a couple times, that means you've been
Wandering
looking.
eye.
That means
Yeah.
she was looking to see if you were looking, right?
Yeah, and then I think he was with us one time. We went to when I was in the previous relationship. You don't remember we went to the NBA? We went to the Heat game, the basketball game. And you
Oh, when
remember
Mike gave us tickets.
Yeah,
Okay,
you don't remember
yeah.
she was mad at me that day just for, and it was over a shorty that I liked her outfit, but she was mad at me over that.
Did you tell the girl you liked her outfit, or you was just looking
No,
at
I
her
probably
outfit?
told her that because that's just me. I'm always complimenting people, but yeah, she was mad at me about that. But you know,
She's like, "You liked her outfit. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Did you like Did you like her outfit?
of course, you know.
Why be mad then?
But
You're
it didn't
just
change me
complimenting
because I still continued to.
to do it.
If
Yeah.
I like
See,
something-
I don't think that's.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't know if I would be okay with you complimenting the outfit, but if you looked and said to me, "Oh, that's a cute look," I mean, not cute, but that's
See, look.
that's a nice outfit.
But it was a shorty, it was two shorties who were together. So it was the tomboy shorty. I'm like, yo, I like your outfit. And it wasn't even on it was just quick passing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I would have been mad. I think the situation.
I'm a
depends.
respectful person. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Mad disrespectful. Yeah. I don't
I'm
know if I'm with
respectful.
my man and he'd say, "I like her dress." I'm gonna be like,
It wasn't a dress. It was like a camera.
"What,
It was
do you
something
want me
I
to
would.
bang you in your head."
It was like a camouflage.
I remember she had a jumper
Yeah,
on.
something
Oh, I
would have
remember.
wore. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, let me get that. Like,
Yeah.
I need that.
No, I don't think I would have been jealous
Yeah,
over
it
that.
wasn't even nothing like that. So I'm like, all right, word.
I think that if a man is complimentary to his mate, and then if you're out and you see somebody wearing something, they'll be like, "Oh, I think that'll look nice on you," or "That's nice what she got on," or I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What if you're doing it in front of him? What's that thing that you said is if you got to sneak and do it? I wasn't sneaking to do it. I said it right in front of her.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to be sneaky.
It'd been
and-
different if she walked up on me while
I was
I'm in
like,
the back,
"Oh,
supposed to
nice."
be going to
Yeah,
the bathroom or
yeah.
something. She
Yeah.
right there. I ain't hiding this.
Yeah, see, I think it's just that's an internal emotional
Yeah,
jealousy
yeah.
because you felt, but you always complimented her. She was a beautiful girl,
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
beautiful woman. Like at the end of the day, she had nothing to be worried about because you're not a cheating type person
Yeah.
anyway. But
Yeah, but like you said, emotional jealousy.
emotional
That's what
women are just
do.
emotional. You're just emotionally jealous. I don't know what it is about, how we react to certain situations. We should not. I don't think that a man. I think that if you're gonna look, I think men naturally look anyway. I think that you need to be discreet about how you look.
Yeah,
But if you always looking and your woman's always looking to see if you looking, that's because you got a problem.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm gonna give a hint. Wear sunglasses everywhere you go. You'll never be caught.
I feel like if you looking at me because I'm always looking, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Then that's how I felt about the dude. I was like, we ain't gonna work
Word.
because I'm going to keep being observant, and I might see an attractive guy, and I might in my mind say to myself, "Damn, he fine," and I might look like this and stare a little bit. Alana tell me I stare. I was like, "Am I staring?"
Yeah.
Well, he fine. Shoot, I'm looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I think
I'm
I
not
got a
scared
staring
to.
problem too, though.
I've always been the type that if I see something I like, I'm going to approach them and say something. Because I'm not, why am I going to wait for you to come to me? I can come to you. I don't think there's nothing wrong with women hitting on men.
Yeah, I like
Men
that.
hit on men hit on women all the time. Why not?
I actually prefer that because I don't like making women feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So I'd rather to know that she's interested in some way.
Yeah, I think like a man, I think that it's known that you like somebody because across the room, like they might be looking. I said, Alana, I'm staring at him because he's staring at me. But he fine. Like I'm looking at him too. Like he's looking at me. I'm looking at him. Like if you staring at me, I remember one time this guy was walking by and he was like What you looking at? And I was like, what are you looking at? And Tiffany and them was like, y'all going back and forth. Are y'all all right? Because you being aggressive. I was like, he being aggressive. So he came over there and started laughing. And he was like, I was just trying to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? So people just joke around that way to get people's attention. It's nothing wrong with that. But I think you need to be discreet. Don't be looking at somebody's butt while I'm standing right there and her butt bigger than mine. I'm not, we're going to have a problem. It's going to be a problem. Don't do that. Do that on your own time. I feel like do that on your own time. When you're out in the streets and you see somebody attractive, if you want to say something or, you know, be like, oh, you look nice. I think there should be a line that you shouldn't cross when you're complimenting another woman or and you're in a relationship, when you're being complimentary, when you're, you know, trying to talk to her. I don't think you should be trying to talk to women to pick them up and you're in a relationship. But I think you can be complimentary, right? Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Human. And you're not with your person. I'm not trying to get your phone number. I ain't trying to go out on a date with you. I think you smell good. I don't think there's nothing wrong. I've been in the store next to a man and be like, oh my God, you smell so good. And he's like, oh. And I'll be like, what cologne is it? And they tell me, and I'm like, oh, I like the smell of that. I'm not trying to pick him up. I'm not like, yo, you want to go on a date? You smell good.
Like, no, I really like the smell of it.
I really like the smell of your cologne. And I think men sometimes just, they want to be complimented sometimes too. Right?
For sure.
I ain't got no problems. I like beards. If I see a guy with a nice beard, I'll be like, oh, your beard is nice. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think so. I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is it wrong for people to compliment each other in their relationships?
No, because
does that lead to cheating?
That doesn't bother me. If you're confident in yourself, that shouldn't bother anything like that.
I agree. I think going into 2024, we need to be understanding. Yeah. Let's have an understanding 2024. We're about to be in 2024. How many days till the new year?
4, I think.
4 days.
Sunday is the new year, yeah.
Yeah, the 31st. So Monday's.
Monday's the 1st, yeah.
So what, 5 days?
Yep, 5 days.
Y'all, it's 5 days to the new year. Like, what are y'all doing? What New Year's resolutions? People are getting gym memberships right now. New Year's resolutions. For me, I'm going to stop eating meat. Okay. I remember we talked about
Starting on the 1st?
On the 1st of January, I'm going to stop eating meat. I haven't decided if I'm going to stop eating seafood, but I'm going to stop eating like chicken and turkey and steak.
Yeah, I would say either or is a good step in the right direction.
That's what I'm trying to do. I would really want to. I'm not an egg person. I gotta be really like out to eat somewhere. I might get some scrambled eggs and grits or something like that. But and processed foods. I don't want to eat processed foods anymore. Yeah, I know it's gonna be hard.
You got all that space out there. You should have a garden. To be honest.
Want to. Do you want to help me?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Yeah, I want to do a garden out there.
Yeah, I would love to help you.
Titiana and I was saying we're gonna do a garden out there since she's here with me.
You got mad space, so yeah, let's get that garden.
I would love to do that because I started juicing like 2024. I want to cleanse my whole body and
just imagine
start over.
Juicing stuff that you grew. It's gonna feel even
more
pure. Oh my God,
even more pure. Yeah, because you know that there's no chemicals. You're not using chemicals to make things bigger and how they grow. Absolutely. That's my resolution. More fruits and vegetables, no meat. I'm going to start probably with like fish and stuff, but eventually I would like to stop eating that and just do vegetables. You know what I'm saying?
Vegetables and fruit.
We're going to see. Because I'm going to miss eating like cakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, they got vegan cakes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I going to learn how to bake this stuff?
I guess so. That's
I'm going to have to. That's the only way I'm going to survive. I don't even want to eat like pasta and stuff. Yeah,
maybe this would be something we document for the YouTube, for the Titi's House YouTube channel.
That's a great idea.
Your journey.
My journey with going into a new year.
Healthier eating and all that.
Y'all, New Year's is almost here. Like, do you have a resolution? Do you ever do a resolution?
No, I never do resolutions. I've never.
Like anything new for 2024? I was telling Sean, like, I don't want to lose weight. I want to keep my muscle mass. Like, I want to keep the weight I have. Because, you know, he was a vegetarian. Yeah. And then he went back to eating meat because he couldn't get bigger. And now he's eating meat again. So it's like, how do I keep the weight gain and not lose my muscle mass, because
that's what I'm trying to do, like gain weight and muscle.
Yeah, so muscle
that's my
too.
resolution. To continue working out is my resolution.
Continue working out. So have you found a way or a niche to gaining weight?
I mean, I've gained 15 pounds, so I don't know.
But you eat rice and pasta and all that stuff,
But I don't feel like my eating habits have changed. I've been trying to gain weight. I just feel like I exercise way more than I was, so maybe it's turning into muscle instead of.
Yeah.
Back when I was trying to gain weight, it never stuck to me. But now it is. So I think it's just.
I mean, I gained 10 pounds in muscle because I could feel it. And I could, in my body structure, I can feel it too. But I just want to be able to continue to, gain muscle because I want to be more cut.
Yeah.
But am I going to lose that as I go into a more
lean diet or
lean diet, clean diet, really. I want to clean out my intestines. Like going into 2024, like January 1st, I'm going to do a detox. If it's like a 7-day detox, I want to clean all my organs out, my intestines. If that means go get a colonic, I want to clean everything out.
Yeah, that's fire.
From the rooter to the tutor.
The rooter to the tutor.
I'm serious. That's my resolution for this year.
Yeah, that's
I want
a good
to
resolution.
definitely, see if I can do it, man. Especially when I had that cancer scare. I'm like, I just want to see what I can do.
Exactly.
How much drive I have to do it.
We trying to be here forever.
I'm trying to be here forever. At least till I'm 90-something.
Yeah.
I think it's attainable.
Of course. Think about great-grandma
and them, yeah. My great-great-grandmother. Lord have mercy. She lived a long time. So it's like you got to...
Was it to 102 or something, right?
Yeah, 102. I think she passed away when I went to Panama when you was little. She had passed away then.
Man,
but
I'm trying to live that long too.
Yeah.
It's in our blood.
It is in our blood. Definitely. But yeah, you guys think about that. Think about what you're doing for the new year. You got any goals in mind that you want to accomplish in 2024? In 2024, I am going to get my real estate license. So I'm working on that. And I'm working on Freebirds, getting that back up and running and getting things done. With the medical stuff, I had to kind of take a step back the last year, but I'm definitely 2024. I am 100% committed to getting that up and running. I want to open up a halfway house for convicted felons.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's my goal. So for 2024, that's my goal at Titi's House Podcast. Y'all tell me, share. I want people to tell me. We'll post a poll and see what people got going on for 2024. What's your New Year resolution? What's your change or your goal that you're setting for yourself? I don't like to say New Year's resolution because people drop off the first month of January.
First week.
Because why does everybody choose exercise?
I don't know. Because that's visually the first thing you see is easier to change.
Is your body.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't like this about myself, or I don't,
That's a good point.
So
I didn't think about that.
But
it's also the easiest thing to jump off of the train. Yeah. Like by February, they ain't working out no more.
Yeah,
they
lazy.
tired. They overdo. I think that people go in overdoing it.
Yeah,
you have to set up small steps to reach that large. So small, tiny goals to reach that large goal. You know what I'm saying? I think they go in 7 days a week. I'm going to the gym. I'm in there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that.
That's crazy.
I'd rather work out for 6 days, an hour for 6 days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I went into it like that before too, where Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I was working out my whole body. And that was just too much. Now, Mondays, shoulders and back. Wednesdays, legs. And then on Friday, I do stomach and cardio. Like I can't do it all together. It's just too much.
It is.
It's too much. Y'all set small, tiny goals to accomplish that big goal. And give yourself until December 31st of 2024 for you to accomplish that goal. Don't set a limit, because I think that we start and say by April 1st, I'm going to be 50 pounds less. Like, that's hard.
Days.
You're running yourself down. Don't do that. Definitely take the time to set your small little goals for that big goal. That's my perspective at TT's House Podcast. We will see you guys in the new year.
In the new year, yep.
Oh my God. So we'll be back in January of 2024, you guys. Have a happy new year.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.